right, it is Tasty Tuesday, and this morning right here at Holy Angels Residential Facility in Shreveport, 10450 Ellerby Road. And joining me right now, I have Tony Gooden, and thank you for being with us this morning, ma'am.
Thank you for coming.
Well, I've got a pretty big question here. So we're talking Taste 2024, and we got all this food around us. And we're talking about Holy Angels Residential Facility also. How does all that come together today?
So Holy Angels is a residential facility. We have about 180 residents. We have about a $2.5 million deficit every year.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah,
we have
make that up.
So we have two fundraisers a year. Our biggest one is coming up next Thursday, September 26th, which is a Taste of Shreveport.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we're going to be doing this morning is a little Taste of Shreveport from some of our vendors that will be there at Taste 2024.
Okay, so we're going to kind of try some of this out, and you've got some ice cream over there too, I see. I guess this is just one of the little things that you'll have. I guess this is kind of a multitude of what you're going to have out
A few
there.
things, yeah. So our Howdy's homemade ice cream is
homemade.
It's our gourmet ice cream
Okay.
that our residents help make. It's one of our enterprises they go to each day, and they have a hand in making each of our flavors of ice cream.
That is really good chocolate.
So we have about 20 flavors of ice cream that we have in our ice cream scoop shops, and that's Rocky Road. We have birthday cake, and we have Dr. Pepper, which is one of our biggest sellers.
And for folks that are just tuning in, Holy Angels Residential Facility, they provide people with intellectual and developmental disabilities a path to self-fulfillment through education, empowerment, spirituality, independence, and also work. And I guess this would be kind of the work aspect of it.
It is. So we have 3 shops that we have our residents work in, and we also have residents that go out in with our community partners that work outside in the community. So we're really appreciative of those individuals in the community because we want them to have a life like you and I do. Get up, go to work,
Right.
and be productive
Yep.
in our community.
And when you guys are out there with the food and making some money at Taste 2024, exactly where does that go?
All that money goes back to our residents.
Okay.
Again, we have a deficit every year,
Yeah.
and it helps them. It helps us help them live productive lives.
So you got to check out Taste 2024 because the proceeds go right back to Holy Angels Residential Facility. And while you're there, you're contributing, and also you're filling your belly and tasting some really good food. And that is going to be at Taste 2024. It is Tasty Tuesday. I'm meteorologist Brian Fowler, and of course, Courtney, we're going to have more from this location and more about all that food coming up. All right, folks, like I was saying a moment ago, Holy Angels Tasty Tuesday. We've got food galore out here, and Tony joins us again. And Tony, so we're talking about you need tickets for Taste of 2024. So tell us about that, and also tell us about the dates and everything so people are familiar with their scheduling and what they need to do in order to kind of make that path where they can go from work all the way to Taste 2024, because we need to kind of part the ways for folks so they can make it out, because this is for a really good cause.
It is for a good cause. It is September 26th. It's from 6 to 10, and you can buy your tickets at laholyangels.org. And also what's new this year, we have a new venue, Shreveport Convention Center,
Okay.
new band, Rouge Cruise from Lafayette, and we're going back to a regular paper silent auction.
Okay,
And
all
so
right.
you'll need to register for the silent auction as well. It's on your ticket link. Just follow the directions, easy 1, 2, 3.
Easy peasy.
And be signed up when you get there.
And this is just kind of a sampling of the different foods, I guess. I guess the folks over there at Holy Angels, they've helped make a lot of this food, right?
Right. We have one of our enterprises is our culinary enterprise, and we have ice cream, we have our cookies, we have our chicken salad, we have our red beans and rice, and then last but not least is our famous lasagna. This recipe is a secret recipe from our sisters that started Holy Angels back in 1965.
I cannot wait to taste that food. And tell us a little bit more about that. That lasagna looks so good. Tell us a little bit more about Holy Angels, and it's not just residential, but there's a lot more. It kind of branches out in all directions.
It is so big, and so we have Holy Angels, and we have about 180 residents, but we also have a day program. and we have a community school. Our community school used to be our autism center, and Kelly Rouse is our executive director of that. And we have about 55 kids from the age of 2 to 21 that come to us each and every day. They do make, so they go to what's called Angel Works every day from 9 to 3, and they get to choose. We don't say which enterprise that they go in. They get to choose whether they go in jewelry or ceramics or culinary or sewing. And so they go each and every day to learn life skills, and some of them learn so much that they are able to go out in our community and work like you and I do each and every day.
Absolutely. And if you look around this place, I mean, there is a lot here to choose from. So you can come in here, do a little bit of shopping, and also, of course, don't forget Taste 2024 also. All of this goes right back to Holy Angels. It is Tasty Tuesday. And of course, Courtney, we're going to have a whole lot more this morning, and much more on that forecast is coming up a little bit later in the show. Back to you. All right, Tony Gooden joins me again, Director of Business Development, Holy Angels, and we've been talking about Taste 2024. Okay, so Tony, we were talking about the online auction. You've got not an online, you've got a silent auction, and you also have a live auction. Nothing's going to be online this year, though.
Nothing bidding wise.
Bidding wise, okay, yeah. So you can't bid online, but you can check out the items online. And there's how many items? Tell folks about that.
Over 150 items this year for our auction.
That's a lot. That's a lot. And you can at least check them out, you know.
You can check them out. So on Thursday of this week, we will have everything online, so you can view online. Go to laholyangels.org and click on the link to look at the items.
Yeah, and Taste 2024 is September 26th. It's from 6 to 10 p.m. Over there at the Shreveport Convention Center. All right, so again, you can go look at those items, and you've got a couple different auctions going on also.
We do. So when you first come in, we will have our Angel Works auction, which is all the items that our residents make each and every day. So pretty excited about that. You find some unique items. We have a lot of artists on campus, and a lot of sought out items. And then inside, we will have our items that have been donated through our community partners here and throughout the Shreveport Bossier, and actually into East Texas and Monroe area as well.
And to bid on these items when it comes to a Taste 2024, and again, that's going to be on the 26th. I guess you need to register.
You do
most
need to register.
importantly.
Yes. So when you can do it online, go on our website, on our ticket registration. It'll have a link on our website that you can click and download and put your credit card information in, so you'll be ready and set when you walk in the door.
And tell us about a few of these items. Folks just waking up and turning on KTBS 3 right now. Tell us about some of the items that are made by the folks over at Holy Angels.
So of course we have our Howdy's homemade ice cream, which is gourmet ice cream made by our residents, and we have about 20 flavors. And then we have our cookies that are made by our residents in our cabrini.
Those look really good.
They are very tasty.
I'll try one, sure. I thought that's what you meant. I was interpreting that. Yeah, sure.
You can have all of them.
Oh, well, that's even better. I'll hide them from everyone at work.
I was going to say, you have to go back and share.
Well, I'll do what Rick does. Let me do what Rick does. Brother, I'll be bringing these all back to the station, and then he doesn't. Jeff, our camera guy, he does, but Rick never does, though. So I'm going to try out one of these delicious cookies. I just have to open it up is all. And while I do that, I believe we're going to send it back over to you, Courtney. There we go. Yeah, if I can get this thing to open for me. It's like opening a kid's toy. You know, the plastic in those toys?
Here.
There we go. There we go. All right, Courtney, back to you. All right, folks, it is Tasty Tuesday. Holy Angels is where we are this morning, and we are talking about food. Because, hey, Taste 2024 is just around the corner, along with fall. Being a few days after that, you can go to Taste. All right, so Tony, we've been talking about it this morning. We've been talking about the auctions. They're not online anymore. You can check them out online, but you're going old school on that. And the proceeds, How much money goes back to the folks over there at Holy Angels from these events that you hold?
86 cents of every dollar goes back to patient care and residents here at Holy Angels, and that's a pretty big amount considering the expenses that we have.
And the residents, I'm sorry I'm talking with my mouth full, but they make many of these products you're seeing on the table today.
They do. Each and every day they go to our Cabrini Enterprise, and they make our homemade ice cream, our cookies, our lasagna, our chicken salad, and chicken spaghetti, to name a few of the items that we have here at Holy Angels.
Oh, and the lasagna. I want to try some of the potato salad real quick. That looks really good. Tell us about the community school, because we were chatting about that off air a little bit ago. You've got 55 kids in there.
We do. So this is our second year of our community school. We had an autism center for years, and we converted that last year. So second year of going in, Kelly Rouse and her staff, because we're seeing more and more kids with autism and learning disabilities, and to combine the educational aspect and the clinical aspect together, Kelly and her clinical behavior analysts do a really, really good job of helping our kids in our community. And it's not just kids here in Shreveport-Bossier,
Right.
but from DeSoto Parish and over into East Texas and over into the east part of our area.
And of course, the money goes right back to helping them. The community school, it's a great idea. Of course, those kids are being helped in every way possible with what their needs are.
Right. So one of the cool things that Kelly and them just added is something called Touch Chat, where we have kids that aren't really can't communicate, and they'll add apps to, say, like an iPad type of device, and they can touch and add different things. And it's incredible where some kids haven't been able to communicate, and now they're able to communicate with that Touch Chat application.
And
Pretty cool.
Much of this wouldn't be possible without some of our sponsors.
Right, and so we have over 40 vendors, to say a couple of Key Mexico, Ernest, Papa Murphy's, Great Raft, Howdy's, our group.
There's a lot of them.
Eagle, Southern Trace, Eastridge, Canes. We have some wineries from East Texas and all the way actually to Monroe that come and support us every year.
And Tony, we're going to talk to you a little bit more about all of this. It's been wonderful, literally and figuratively also. We'll have more on Tasty Tuesday and Taste 2024 from Holy Angels coming up. Courtney?
All right, Brian, and I'm looking forward to having some of those cookies. So I'm holding you to bringing some of those back to the studios.
Yeah, absolutely. I promise.
Yum, yes. And for those of you watching, head on out to Holy Angels and maybe go and try some of those cookies. They look bigger than my face.